I'm about to hit you with probably one of the most insane dramas between content creators of all time. And the craziest thing about this is that no one here is in the right. Everyone here is a fucking idiot. And you'll basically see why we have to hate everyone involved with this when we get to the end of this video. So what I want to talk about today is I'm going to talk about two people that I've talked about before, and I've called them both losers, and also a third person. So the people I kind of want to talk about here are Chibi Reviews, Rev Says Desu, and Rev Says Desu's wife Strawby, or whatever the fuck, Strawby, whatever. And the arguments that like kind of these three have kind of found themselves in the center of is just absolutely fucking ridiculous. And like you have to see it to believe what they're arguing over. So basically what I tried to do is I tried to get a timeline of events, but I really cannot find where to start. I'm assuming it's from a Rev Says Desu YouTube video that he made or something like that. And the first image that I found that like in the timeline of like events occurring is I guess in this image right here, where I don't even know if this person's in support of Rev Says Desu or not, but apparently Rev Says Desu at some point on April 9th, or no, I guess April 7th, because it says from 2 days ago, decided to pull out his support for Lolicon or for an NSFW in general due to his religious beliefs. And so like this is Rev Says Desu's wife Strawby responding to a YouTube comment where it basically says Reza has been clear he feels the same way I do. You can see that even in one of your comments on the community, I believe, someone mentioned how it came up in his last stream and he clarified his position. As Christians, we shouldn't defend porn in any form, and we don't. And then, it talks about a little bit of it, and I do understand to clarify your position, but I just do wish you would make our stances more clear so people don't think either me nor Rev think Lolicon is good. Now, you would think someone coming out against Lolicon, that's a dub. That's a dubski. Rare Strawby, rare Rev Says Desu dubski. Shocking. Everyone's in awe that they came out against pedophilia. Crazy that they've done this. Crazy that they've done it. And obviously a lot of people are getting mad at Strawby for, I guess, getting mad at, saying porn's bad and also that Lolicon's bad. That she had to go on Twitter and reiterate her position, saying, if you're a Christian, you should be condemning all types of porn. None of it is good. If it's porn, it's degenerate and bad for your soul. I'm surprised some people are confused by this. Obviously, this caught her up in a bunch of controversy. A lot of people are mad at her condemning porn. Whether or not you like porn, or like you condemn or don't condemn it, is none of the point of this video. The clarifications that come as a result of this are just absolutely fucking ridiculous. So it gets to the point where, like, I guess Rev Says Desu has to address the entire controversy, the pro or anti-porn controversy, and the arguments that he makes for why he's against porn, but like what is allowed or like what he defends, it's just absolutely fucking insane. So I'm gonna play about the first minute of this video. It gets the gist of what his argument is here, but just listen to the words that come out of this dude's mouth. Yes, this dude's mouth. I don't know why his avatar is a kawaii girl when he's like a transphobic motherfucker. But just listen to what is said and the argument and like what he justifies and what he defends here. It's ridiculous.
Super chat saying, sorry, I don't wish to stir up drama, but Straub said you're anti-Lolicon in Remnant video and us lolly lovers are confused. Please clarify. I did see some people trying to bring up some random quote of that, and that's literally not at all what anybody's saying. The fact is that we don't consume that stuff because we're not consuming Lolicon because we don't look at porn. Things have completely changed. People's reading comprehension on that is absolutely deranged. And the weird thing is people are using aunties who are trying to make that conversation. The conversation she said is that lolly is a body type, just like I've said for years and years. And yes, fetishes like that are degenerate. That's something that I've said for years and years. And my stance has always been, and will continue to be, to this moment, is that people have the right to choose the fictional content that they want. And I also don't want people being called pedophiles for consuming that content. I don't know where this is all coming from.
No, you don't get it. It looks like a child, but I'm not a pedophile if I like it. What you had quite possibly one of the clearest advances to the only dub you've ever taken. Hold on, I'm gonna go full view of me right now. You had one of the easiest dubs you could have possibly taken in your entire life, and one of the few dubs you could have taken in your entire life. If you just called pedophilia, but you said no, because it's fictional, it's not pedophilia. You had one of the straightest and easiest paths to one of the single easiest dubs you'll ever have in your entire life, and you decided to take the one singular route that you could have possibly have taken to defend pedophilia here. It's absolutely ridiculous. And like his argument here is obviously like, because he's religious, like he's against porn in general, and I guess like, he considers lolicon part of that umbrella of porn. When like being a lolicon, they're looking at a child. It obviously, the argument is that like it's supposed to be an adult, but like it's a fucking child, and the art like you're not even close to like. There's no argument to say that it's not a pedophile. It looks like a child, and the entire idea is that like it's supposed to get around this concept of pedophilia, but you were jerking off to a child because you're a pedophile. It would have been so unbelievably easy to say this, but I do not know why Rev Says Desu decides to die on this hill of defending this pedophilic like concept overall. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And the fact that, like, this is in response to someone who literally says, us lolly lovers are confused. Like, you could have just said, hey, buddy, kill yourself right now. You're a pedophile. I hope you fucking die. But instead, you just say, hey, I'm sorry, lollies. I did not, or lolicon lovers, I did not mean to offend you. I actually, this is my nuanced stance on the take on this entire situation. Like, how do you fuck this up? I know you're wondering. I mentioned Chibi reviews. Where does Chibi reviews come in? And this is like, I guess, people took Strawbee's take on being anti-porn as like, I guess, I don't know, being censorship or pro-censorship. So then they get into a little scuffle about the, censorship and stuff like that, and what is not allowed and what is not allowed. I'm just going to show you some of the pictures of it and read a little bit of it. So we have Chud Reviews, Cuck Reviews, says, I have built my community on being anti-censorship and will defend fictional content no matter how much trouble or sponsorship I lose. If I ever say my core fan base doesn't share this belief, use it tweet against me. Never let me live it down or forget. And then Strawbee says, Rev is one of the most anti-censorship person ever, and it's made it clear that it hasn't changed. Now he's getting all these weird comments of people thinking otherwise because people cannot read. Just because he doesn't want to consume porn himself doesn't mean he is pro-censorship. Chad Cuck Reviews responds, Strawberry, I respect you and Rev immensely. Stand beliefs change with time. However, your core fan base and Revs has always been anti-censorship and pro-lolly. You even follow NSFW lolly accounts right now. It's strange to see this stance. And then she responds, any account that still posts that stuff has been muted, and I only keep the mutuals because I care about them as people. I care about the pedophiles as people, I guess. I don't really see why that's relevant. I said this before. You should keep this private and ask us in DMs if you're confused about Rev's stance. Okay, so he doesn't want to ban at all? Then this is good news. That's all people are genuinely asking, because it truthfully looks like you and him want it banned or made illegal. You can see many are viewing like this. And then she says, I literally just did. Also, people conflating things as if we called anyone pedos for fictional content when we don't. I'm honestly more upset than anything that I opened my mouth and said anything, and now I have to deal with all you people being so insufferable. I'm done. Once again, quite possibly the easiest angle humanly possible to just take a dub here and say, I'm against pedophilia, but no. They had to come out and clarify their stance defending lollies for some reason. Like, you do not have to defend this. But I don't understand why they continuously try to defend this pedophilic content. It is absolutely insane that they are completely, entirely failing and actually coming out in defense of lolicons instead of just calling them pedophiles. Like, it's such a massive more dub, but instead they just consistently fail to have the proper opinion, not even opinion, the factually correct stance on this. And then obviously, Rev Says Destiny did basically a tweet longer, clarifying his point on censorship. Where he reiterates once again these stupid takes for no, liking lolly does not make you a pedophile. That and other taboo fictional content should not be censored. No, you should not be harassed over fictional content, even if it's weird or degenerate. Yes, you should be allowed to consume and make your own choices with the fictional content you consume. Starts talking about Jesus, says his stance don't change, and just, basically reiterates his stance of being what we already know. And once again says that, I guess, jerking off the things that look like children doesn't make you a pedophile. Which is, once again, how the fuck do you keep on managing to have these shit takes? To just put even a bigger kicker into this entire scenario, someone responded, you want to use Christianity as your excuse to disavow lolly content? Then if I were a viewer of your off content, I'd expect a full rebrand and refunds from all the lolly merchandise you've been making your living off from Rev Says Desu. Goes on to say, when did I disavow lolly content? What the fuck are you saying in this entire situation to say I am against pedophilic content? You failed every time. What the fuck are you doing? How is this the angle you're taking in this argument? You could take a massive dub, one of the only dubs in your entire life, and you fail it at every opportunity. It's crazy to me that you managed to do this. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then, Strawbee or whatever the fuck did another long ass tweet where, basically just reiterates everything that Rev Says Desu and she has said it before, where they're against porn, anti-censorship though, and like we Lolly's okay, I guess, and she's religious and that's why she's against porn. Wonderful, wonderful. Why the fuck is this the angle you're taking in this conversation? Like just say I'm a Catholic or I'm a Christian and I'm against pedophilia. Fucking massive dub. Yeah, you fail at this. I don't understand. I don't get it. It's crazy. It's crazy to me how you are failing to see the one easiest possible take you can have. It's insanity to me. It's just I'm speechless. I don't have enough words to describe what I'm thinking right now. And then there's like some just 3 tweets that I found that I thought were funny surrounding the situation. I guess Rev sells body pillows of their Lally avatar. And I know like I think a good amount of VTubers use this UO market. So unfortunately, they do have pedophilia's #1 defender on it with them. Unlucky. Low rolled on that merchandise collaboration. But yeah, this is just, really funny. Another one says Chibi versus Repsis Desu. Who you got? I'm putting my house on Chibi cockstick together. This was about like the original beef of them two fighting each other, but like this made me chuckle. And calm me down after me getting mad at them consistently defending pedophilia. And then this is the moral of the story. Liking a lolicon or Shotokan makes you a pedophile. We don't even gotta apologize for this, true cute, so don't apologize for it. Because you are correct in this statement. And this is the moral of the story that you should take from this video. So I don't understand how Repsis Desu and his wife had the infinite plethora of possibilities to take the right stance on this and failed at every opportunity. Don't really get it. It's crazy to me. But who are we to expect anything good to come out of Chibi Reviews, Repsis Desu, or Strawby? That's about it. Hope you hated this as much as I did. That's all I gotta say for today, so thank you for watching. Goodbye.